And she was also injured in the incident, sir.
She is looking for compensation for the child's death.
Well, yes, sir, but she's also seeking compensation for loss of earnings because due to her own injuries, she's been related to us.
Well, that is a separate application, Mr. Roberts. We'll not deal with that here today. This interview relates to the death of the child.
Oh, yes.
Very well, shall we?
Yes, sir. Sir, coffee, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
I understand you made an application for compensation, Mrs. Caffrey, regarding the death of your child.
That's correct, sir.
You do understand, Mrs. Caffrey, that we must investigate all applications made with this committee?
I do, sir. But Christina was my baby. She was only 2 years old. And since the day she was shot, I haven't been able to work. You see, sir, I was shot in the hand, and since then, I haven't been able to move it properly. It doesn't work right. It's painful, and I can't do my job as I did before.
Mrs. Caffrey, that is a separate application, and therefore a separate investigation, which will be dealt with in due course. Today we will only deal with the application relating to your child. Do you understand, Mrs. Caffrey?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Very well, we shall continue. The child, how did it die?
Christina was her name. She was shot in the back.
Shot in the back, that's right. And please, in your own words, tell us what happened on that day.
I live in corporation buildings. We knew there was trouble that day. We could hear it from the buildings. The neighbours, we kept our children inside that day. But one of them got impatient and went off out playing. Myself and my neighbour were waiting at the door, looking for him. And Christina got away from me. I took my eye off her for 1 minute. She ran off out into the street. And I went out after her.
Go on.
We could hear the gunfire. And Mrs. O'Connor told us to be quick. Well, I grabbed Christina and I turned to go back inside. Next thing, I felt this pain in my hand. And I fell to the ground.
Are you able to continue, Mrs. Caffrey?
Yes, sir. I felt the pain in my hand, and when I fell, I looked at Christina, and she wasn't moving. I could see red coming through my fingers. It was blood.
Yes, go on. What happened next?
Well, it was then that I realised the two of us had been shot. The bullet had hit off my hand and gone into Christina's back. There was a lot of blood.
No. So, what happened then?
Then a neighbour helped me up, Mrs. O'Connor. And I brought Christina to the hospital straight away. I ran all the way. I thought she died.
So, that is your story, Mrs. Caffrey.
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Caffrey, I must ask you this question. Do you know who shot your child?
I don't know who shot her.
Very well, Mrs. Caffrey.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Your application will be considered and processed accordingly.
And when do you think I'll hear back?
Well, these things take time, Mrs. Caffrey. There is a great deal of administration involved in such claims, as I'm sure you realize. The committee deals with all applications as thoroughly and as expeditiously as possible. Please, Mr. Roberts, escort Mrs. Caffrey from the building. Good day to you, Mrs. Caffrey.
Initially, favorable response to Sarah's application. And in reply to a communication from the Chief Secretary, Mr. U.C. Love.
It would be difficult to defend in the case of an infant of this age, 2 years, the grant of any sum beyond funeral and incidental expenses, and a sum, say, not exceeding £5. They have again, accordingly, considered the recommendation, but in view of the very sad nature of the case, the child having died in its mother's arms while the mother was endeavouring to call one of her children, which had wandered into the street on the second day of the outbreak, the committee feel that they must adhere to their recommendation of a compassionate grant of £25 to the mother. I am, sir, your obedient servant, Hugh C. Love, the Rebellion Victims Compensation Committee.
However, a letter from the Chief Secretary to the Treasury of Whitehall, London, on April 24, 1917, noted that the Rebellion Victims Committee had recommended a grant of £25, and went on to say,
His Excellency proposes to dupe the case by payment of a grant of £5, together with funeral and incidental expenses, when ascertained within the limit of £10. In the circumstances, my Lords concur in this proposal, although the award under the government scheme would not exceed £10 in all.
an investigation was also carried out by the police, and the matter took another cruel turn. In a letter written on the 4th of May by Detective Sergeant John Byrne of the Dublin Metropolitan Police to the Under Secretary of Dublin Castle, he stated,
I beg to report that I have made inquiries, and as far as I can ascertain, no funeral expenses incurred in this case. The coffin was supplied by the North Dublin Union, and the father and another man carried the remains to Glasnevin on the 4th of May 1916.
the payment to Sarah Caffrey was subsequently reduced to £10. Because of the injury to her hand, she was no longer able to work as a charwoman for the 4 families who lived in the Prussia Street area who employed her. So, Sarah lost her child and her livelihood to a stray bullet. Christina was buried in the St. Paul section of Glasnevin Cemetery on the 2nd of May 1916. She is buried with other civilians and children under the walkway of the Republican Monument. 28 months, Christina Caffrey was one of the youngest children to die in 1916 rising.